Welcome back to Echoes from the Motherland. Today's story is titled, The Market of Second Chances. In Lagos, 2024, the city buzzed with its usual rhythm, traffic jams, street vendors shouting over the din, and the faint hum of Afrobeats escaping from passing kiki napers. Amid this chaos, a peculiar story began circulating among locals. It was whispered in marketplaces and murmured during evening prayers, the tale of a mysterious market that appeared only to the lost. Teo, a young banker struggling under the weight of his greed, found himself walking aimlessly one evening. He had recently defrauded a widow out of her land, a deal he justified as a just business. But guilt gnawed at him like an invisible specter. That evening, the power went out in his neighborhood, and he decided to take a walk to clear his head. The air was heavy with the smell of rain, but the streets were dry. As he turned a corner near Balogun Market, he saw something he had never noticed before, a narrow alley lit by a faint golden glow. Intrigued, he stepped closer and was greeted by a sign that read, "The Market of Second Chances." The market was unlike any Teo had seen. Stalls stretched endlessly, selling strange wares, bottled laughter, jars of tears, shimmering coins marked with unfamiliar symbols, and mirrors that reflected not faces, but choices. The vendors were otherworldly, eyes glowing faintly, their voices soothing yet unsettling. A woman approached him, draped in a shawl that seemed to ripple like water. "Welcome, Teo. Every choice has a price. Every price, a lesson." "How do you know my name?" he stammered. She smiled but did not answer. Instead, she gestured to a stall where a weathered mirror stood. Its surface rippled like a disturbed pond. "This will show you the weight of your choices." Teo hesitated but finally peered into the mirror. It showed the widow he had deceived, her face lined with grief. Then it showed her children, their futures dimmed by poverty. He recoiled, but the mirror continued, showing him older, richer, but utterly alone, haunted by the consequences of his greed. Panicking, Teo turned to leave, but the woman stopped him. "Living is easy. Redemption is not. Choose wisely." A nearby vendor offered him a glowing coin. "Pay this and undo your greatest wrong." Teo hesitated, the weight of his greed battling his conscience. Finally, he handed over his wallet. "I'll pay whatever it takes." The coin burned in his hand as he closed his eyes. When he opened them, he was back at his office desk. The widow stood before him, clutching a deed. Teo felt the weight of the coin still in his pocket and knew what he had to do. The next day, the widow wept tears of joy as Teo returned her land. Word of his transformation spread, and he began using his skills to help others, undoing the harm he had caused. Yet, he never forgot the market. The market of second chances teaches that it is never too late to correct our paths. It reminds us that even in a city as bustling as Lagos, the supernatural may lurk,